Are you looking for the best selfie drones? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best selfie drones on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. DJI Mavic Air. We couldn't resist adding the DJI Mavic Air to the list of great selfie drones, and whilst it feels like we are doing the Mavic Air a disservice by adding it to this category, it is actually a compliment to the versatility of the drone. Like many of the drones on this page, the Mavic Air is much more than just a selfie drone. With a 32MP camera and 21 minutes of flight time, it is easy to see that this UAV is streets ahead of the rest, but that does of course come at a premium. However, if you are looking for a selfie drone that is also capable of taking exceptional 4K video that is super smooth and you want it for other high-altitude photography, then the Mavic Air deserves your attention. The Mavic Air takes still photos at 12MP and full HDR, which provides the most stunning still photographs you can imagine, and it can take full 360 panoramic shots in incredible 32MP detail. Back to selfies, and this quadcopter has Smart Capture, which is DJI's most advanced gesture control for the best selfies you can take, and we mean it, these images are stunning. Number 2. Zerotech Dobby. The Zerotech Dobby could well have been heading this list of drones. In fact, the only reason it isn't is that we have heard a few reports on the latest firmware update that seem to have caused issues, so be sure to do your own research if you do plan to buy this drone. That being said, the Dobby that we tested was exceptional and has some of the best features of all the drones on this page, especially when it comes to taking selfies. The reason the Dobby is one of the best selfie drones is that it has been designed for exactly that purpose. It packs a 13MP camera that also takes high-quality 1080p HD video, but it can be controlled by tapping the drone, voice control, and also gesture control. With GPS it can track you, and you can also set a path for the drone to take. It has some quite cool shot types to choose from too, with a pull-away shot that looks breathtaking. Flight time is around 9 minutes, and you can also sync it to your smartphone so you can see your footage live. Another plus for the Dobby is the portability of it thanks to its small and thin dimensions and folding arms. This actually is a drone that can be slipped into a large pocket or small bag with relative ease. Number 3. Hover Camera Passport. One of the most innovative drones to launch to the consumer market in 2018 is without doubt the Hover Camera Passport drone. What makes this drone so special is that it flies itself and requires no controlling whatsoever. It uses facial recognition and tracking to follow you wherever you go and can reach high speeds, so if you want to take fast-paced video whilst running or cycling, the Hover camera can do that. With 4K video and a 13MP camera, the Hover also uses gesture control to take pictures and videos and is actually incredibly easy to use. The autonomy of the drone also makes it one of the safest to use at high speeds, and it also folds up to make it incredibly portable. Touching on safety, the propellers are completely covered by a sort of plastic grid, which again makes for a unique design but also makes it extremely safe and durable. Weighing in at less than 250 g also means this drone will be exempt from UK drone registration laws coming into play. One thing to keep in mind is that the Hover Camera drone stores images locally on a flash drive, so sharing them is not quite as instant as some of the other models on this page. The upside of this is that the video and image quality is excellent, as the data writing speeds are faster than the flash. Number 4. JJRC H37 Selfie. If you are looking for the cheapest selfie drone, then the JJRC H37 is by far the best option. Not only is this one of the cheapest drones overall, it actually performs rather impressively and is particularly handy at taking selfies. A 2MP 720p HD camera sits on board the H37's 13.5 cm long unfolded body, but what makes this drone particularly impressive is that it can be controlled by your smartphone or by the included controller. The controller for the Selfie drone allows you to use gestures to control the flight and picture taking, and is quite unlike any quadcopter controller we have seen before. Similar in design and feel to a Nintendo Wii controller, it recognizes a series of movements and gestures you make with your hand to allow you to send your drone right, left, forwards, or backwards. For more advanced movements, you can use the smartphone app, which also gives you a full FPV experience as the footage is transmitted to the phone. Battery life for the Selfie is just 6 to 7 minutes, but many packages come with an extra battery included, so you should have plenty of time to take those selfies. Want to know more? Check out our full Selfie drone review. Number 5. DJI Spark. When the DJI Spark first launched, it pretty much dubbed itself a drone for taking selfies, and it was this drone that pretty much set the standard for what has now become a much more crowded marketplace. Despite the competition, this drone from DJI is still up there with the best, and whilst it is one of the pricier options on this list, it is now more affordable than ever before at around £400. Packed with a 12MP front-facing camera that can also take video in 1080p HD, the Spark has some of the best software features of any of those featured in this roundup. The software is backed up by some pretty impressive hardware too, with a mechanical gimbal among our favorite features, which allows for super smooth video and super crisp selfies. 16 minutes of battery life is about as good as it gets at this price point, and that is plenty for taking those party snaps in the garden. The Spark works well indoors and outdoors and has a range of autonomous flight controls, including one-touch return to home, follow me mode, and even facial recognition. You can control the Spark from your smartphone, but the reason this tops our list of selfie drones is the gesture control function. You can use a range of different gestures to control the position and height of the drone, as well as command it to take that all-important picture. There is much more to the Spark than just taking selfies, but if you want the ultimate selfie drone and don't need the added expense of paying for 4K video, then this is probably the best of the bunch.